Alright, back with another late night video. I do apologize, I've been releasing videos really late lately, but work's been a little bit busy with the spring sale and whatnot. So, I do have a quick video here from Brian Lilly hosting Pierre Poilievre. It says, "We will unite Canada for a change." So let's have a look and then we'll talk about it after like usual.
We need to bring our people back together, unite the country. We need to have a small federal government that allows more independence and autonomy for our provinces and maximizes the freedom of our people. Unleash all of our industries so that people feel a stake in the economy again. And then, by the way, unite the country around our symbols again. You know, Liberals bashed our symbols, our history, our nation's founder, and then they wonder why there's divisions. Well, the glue that held us together was national pride. I want to bring that back by upholding our symbols, rebuilding statues. We've got to unite around our history, be proud of what we have here. There's a reason why so many people want to come to Canada. It's because we have a great history and a great future. So let's unite again.
Yeah, I mean, short but sweet, but that was a really good ad by Pierre Poilievre there. Not really an ad, but just an interview clip. And he makes a really good point, you know. We used to have a lot of national pride in this country, but now all of a sudden these modern left-wing nut jobs came out of the woodworks, and now everything's racist, and everything's sexist, and everyone's homophobic. And it's like, look, you know, we just love our country, or at least what it used to be. So yes, we talk about the history a lot. Okay, have you ever talked to let me just rant about feminism here. I don't do that too much. I don't really speak on social issues too much, but if you don't mind, I'm sure we all know feminists, but a lot of the thing what they'll talk about is, oh, you know, you don't want to go back to the 1950s, and it's like, of course there were problems in the 1950s, but guess what? You could easily support a family, maybe not easily, but you could definitely support a family on a single salary. Home, maybe even a car, wife and kids, food that was real, by the way, no plastic in our water. The birth rate was in the mid fours, I think, much higher than the 1.3 it's at now. Also, the 50s also saw the lowest level of mental health issues we've ever seen, men and women. So when people say, you know, I miss the good old days, that's what they're talking about. But when you talk to a feminist, it's like, oh, you mean when women didn't have rights? It's like, first of all, there's some quote-unquote rights that women weren't allowed to participate in. I'll give you an example. They weren't allowed to own a credit card until the 70s. Well, not allowing women to own a credit card was protecting them from debt. Debt is financial oppression. So yes, we used to live in a country we protect women. Now we live in a country where women who get hurt, potentially, you know what, or worse, they get out scot-free. And if you don't believe me, check out Kate Alexander. Perfect example of it. And there's hundreds of thousands, hundreds of thousands of women like her in Canada, America, probably millions, tens of millions worldwide, maybe even hundreds of millions worldwide. We don't protect women in this country anymore. But women have been, some women, not all of course, I'm not trying to pick on all you ladies, but a lot of women have been completely brainwashed and indoctrinated by feminism, and now what are we seeing? Women are drinking more than they've ever drank before. They're more mentally unstable in terms of their mental health than ever before. They have more debt than they've ever had. And now we don't protect them. So yeah, I mean, there's some parts of the 50s that actually sounds pretty good. Be nice to have a steak where it was, you know, not filled with hormones and GMOs and whatever crap's in it, and have a nice glass of water without, you know, swallowing a bunch of plastic. I was in the bathroom last night. 3 credit cards fell out of my ass. That's a joke. But you know what I mean. We had real food then. We had so many good things then. But now we don't. It's interesting. So yes, be proud of your history. Be proud of where you came from. Depending on what province or region you came from, be proud of that. And don't let it be destroyed. See this here, Canada first? That's what we need to do. And we need to make sure Pierre Poilievre, if he wins, is held accountable for that. He needs to continue to not only say Canada first, but do things that are actually Canada first. But either way, let me know what you guys think. Please don't be shy. I really enjoy engaging with you guys. And by the way, feel free to disagree with me on everything I said. We'll go back and forth if I have time. Sometimes videos get a lot of comments, sometimes they don't, so it depends. But I do try to read every single one of them and at least give you a like and sometimes a reply. Either way, don't be shy. Let me know what you think. And also, please don't forget to like and subscribe, as it really does help grow the channel. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll be back shortly with a new video.